Welcome to vlog number 7 in the guitar truck series. I've got a lot to tell you about, so let's jump right in. Over the past 2 weeks, I've posted videos about the tailgate stage, the metalworking and the woodworking, so go check those out if you haven't seen them. It's still a work in progress, but it's starting to come together. I got another special delivery from my friends over at Mill Supply, but actually Vance Maker made the final lap of the delivery with this $100 used lawn tractor that we picked up for him to use here on the property. Let's see what's in it. Vance insisted on opening the box with my, quote, Jackman size novelty square that I had made a little while back. There's a video for that too. When you pull the box, I'll pull the chair. Wow, look at that. Now there's a little bit of big blue in there, huh?
Yeah.
Armrests, lumbar support, and it's not leather. You know how I don't like leather. Wow.
It's like an airplane seat.
Yeah, this is great. Here, you want to try it out? Here, have a seat. How's it feel?
It's a fan!
Ooh, a dash fan. Nice, I think I got the wire already there for it. We can mess around with this today. You want to put some of this stuff in?
Yes.
Mill Supply is a family-owned company out of Ohio that is helping me out with this project. They sell all sorts of car and truck parts, but they specialize in parts for like work trucks and step vans like this and snow plows. They're a super cool family-owned business. Check them out. I have a link in the description. They are awesome. Having the driver's seat out gave me an excuse to clean up that area a little bit. I also had to put in my new shoulder seatbelts that I got from Mill Supply. They sent me a specialty bracket that's designed to create a safe mounting point in trucks like this that don't already have a setup for a belt. This bracket made the job a lot safer and easier. This is so nice. The seat is so much more comfortable than the old one. It's nice and firm. It's got some back support, and just having an armrest versus not. And this seat, unlike the other one, which was a little old and worn out, is actually adjustable. So you can get comfortable on long rides. And this is like, quite frankly, just a luxury. Another big job was figuring out how to install a shoulder seatbelt on the passenger seat, which I want to continue to be able to remove. And I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute, what I figured out. But first, do you remember a few weeks back I was talking about a sort of a adopt-a-brick donor wall that I want to do in the truck? I figured out how I want to do it. The program is now live and I could really use your support. So let's go over there. This is more than just like a truck build for me. It's really more like a love letter to the maker community and to other companies that support the maker community, companies that are doing amazing and awesome inventive things that are eco-conscious like me and whatnot. And so you'll see I do have a lot of support from these types of companies that I've sought out and brought into this project. I have more that I'm going to be introducing you to in the future, but quite honestly, it's not enough. This is expensive to do, even though I'm doing it with a lot of reclaimed and free materials. I had mentioned that I wanted to do a sort of a sponsor a brick wall. This was sort of the original idea I had that I've honed in on. One of the things I love about our community is that it's often referred to as like the maker hive mind, and how we share all of our information together, and it helps elevate the art form, and we all sort of, you know, rise with the tide. So to celebrate the maker hive mind and the sense of community in my truck, I decided to make a maker hive mind Hive. It's a limited space in the truck. It's just this door cover that covers over the passenger door. You can go to newperspectivesmusic.com and you can go to the store, or you can click on the link that describes the mobile guitar truck, and there will be all the information you need to figure out how to pledge here and to give me your message. So I wanted to make it affordable to people in all sorts of different price ranges, so there's 4 tiers that you can pledge. One is half of a silver, where I can put your name on a silver tile, or you can get a whole silver tile to yourself, where you could fit a couple names probably. A gold level tile where you can put a message and some names, but of course what's more valuable than gold? Hollow core door. The ultimate hollow core door level will give you the opportunity to actually engrave your logo or an image or a message or both. I will work with you to design this tile, because the more creative we get with these tiles, the better looking this wall will be. I want to make this a living art piece that we're all communally working on. Again, go to newperspectivesmusic.com and click on the mobile guitar truck. Act quick. It's a small space. It's a small store. Nice. Mounting the shoulder seatbelt on the driver's side was pretty easy, but on the passenger side it's a little more tricky. I could have used the plate like that and mounted it to the B pillar, but this seat removes real easy, and I wanted to be able to continue to remove it easily for shows. I want people to be able to enter the truck through this space and not have a seat in the way. So I came up with this idea, and so far I think it's gonna work. Why don't I just pull the seat out and I'll show you out here. So there's a pin that holds it in place here. I've got a 3-point seatbelt set up on this in basically the traditional way. The 2 points at the bottom are in the locations that were designated for the lap belt that came with the truck. And then I added this piece of steel to the back. It's actually triple reinforced. It's 3 pieces of steel put together to mount the top point to, instead of mounting this to the non-existent B pillar in the truck. Now, this way I can pull this whole seat out and everything's pretty safe and secure. It's way better than having nothing or having just the lap belt that's in there, but it's still not as good as I want it to be. So here's how I'm going to continue this out. The first thing I want to do is put some type of headrest, because if you were in an impact, what would happen is the initial impact would make you go forward, but then there's the recoil where you go back. And right now there's nothing at best for your head to hit, and this metal pole at worst for your head to hit. So by adding a headrest, that'll give us some recoil protection going backwards. And the other thing is there is that little bit of chance of the top of the chair moving and going forward, and we want to keep this as rigid as possible. So I'm going to add basically just a hook and ratchet strap system to the truck, just enough to hold this back with a cable that can hold a few thousand pounds of force, and that'll keep it from wailing around, but then I can easily disconnect it. It doesn't have to be a permanent welded fixture. The way I see it, I'm sure that there's going to be comments on this from people you know, complaining about safety on this, and I agree. I would rather it be a vehicle with a bunch of airbags and side impact bags, but that's just not gonna happen here. So I'm trying to do the best with what I got, and this is definitely better than what was there. And it will be even better than it is now. I think that's going to do it for this installment. Thank you all very much for your support. Please go to newperspectivesmusic.com to pledge for the Hive wall. I would really appreciate it. And what's coming up in the future, besides, you know, more work on the stage, I've started to rough out the furniture shapes in here. I'm going to start putting the walls in soon. I've got some other companies that I'm excited to introduce to you that are making some really cool and innovative products. It's just going to keep going and going and going. And I really am appreciative of your time and your support. So thank you very much, and be good. Make good music while you're at it. If you don't make music, just listen to good music. Or you know what? Find a good music maker and say, hey, good job. It's been tough on them.